Yes, children. Now we will learn about the movement in animals. We have all seen that the animals move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Now first let us learn about the land animals. Land animals, they have four limbs. The two limbs in the front, जो आगे वाले limbs को, it is called as the forelimbs, and the two legs at the back, they are called as hind limbs. Okay, four limbs, the limbs in the front, and hind limbs, the two limbs at the back. Now if you see a kangaroo, they use all their four limbs to walk, run and jump. Next, snakes, lizards, crocodiles. How they move? Do they walk? No, they crawl. They crawl. Next, let us learn about the water animals. Water animals, they have fins, webbed feet or paddle-like limbs. Now fins you can find in the fish. Fish swim with the help of the fins. If you have seen a fish, okay, it has got fins. Next, if you see frogs, they swim with the webbed feet or webbed toes. Agar if you have seen, this is the leg of the frog. Okay. Here you can see something covered, and that is called as the webbed feet. उंगलियों के बीच में you can see some skin. Okay, that is called as the web, and because of this they are able to swim in the water. And when they come to the land, they use their hind limbs. पीछे वाले पैर होते हैं, to hop they use their hind limbs. Tortoise use four paddle-like limbs. If you have seen a tortoise, their limbs are just like this, isn't it? उनके पैर ऐसे होते हैं, paddle-like limbs. And penguins, they use two forelimbs. If you have seen the penguins, they have the flippers to push the water and move forward. Next, coming to the insects. Insects, how many legs do they have? They have 6 legs, and most insects use their legs to move around. Water insects, if you have seen children, water insects like boatman, you can see the picture there. Boatman, they use their legs as oars to swim in the water. Oar माने, if you have seen a boatman, उसके पास कुछ होता है, isn't it? To push the water back, they use some wooden thing that is called as oar. So similarly, here that boatman, water boatman is an insect which uses the legs as oar, O-A-R-S. Butterflies, bees and houseflies, they have wings, and their wings are not like the wings of the birds. If you see the butterflies, उनके पास wings होते हैं, but वो birds के जैसे नहीं होते हैं. The wings are very thin and delicate. Next, coming to the reptiles. Turtles, crocodiles, lizards, how they move? They have short limbs, and these short limbs, they help them to crawl. If you have seen a snake, do they have legs? They are legless. Snakes के पास legs नहीं होते हैं, but they have scales, okay, or plates on the underside of the bodies to crawl. अगर आपने snake के देखा होगा, they have something like this scale, okay, scale on their body. Okay, this helps them to crawl. Next, coming to the birds. Birds, they have a streamlined body, isn't it? If you have seen a bird, they have, okay, they have a streamlined body, and they have four limbs, and that four limbs, it is modified into wings. The birds, they have hollow bones, and because of this they are able to, their body is very light and they are able to fly, and the tail helps them to change the direction of flight. Whenever they want to change the direction, the tails help them. Next, ostrich, cassowary, emu and penguin. These are all flightless birds. Why they cannot fly? Because they have a heavy, large body, and their wings are not well developed. Okay, so these are the flightless birds. I told you birds like sparrow, pigeon, parrot, the small birds, they are able to fly. They are four limbs, they are modified into the wings, and their body is very light because it is made up of hollow bones, and their tails helps them to change the direction when they are flying. But ostrich, emu, penguin, these are the birds which cannot fly, and that is why they are called as flightless birds. Why they cannot fly? Because they have a very heavy body and their wings are poorly developed. Now we humans, you all know that in the skeletal system you have learned that we have a skeletal system. Human skeleton is designed to stand upright on the hind limbs. We have four limbs which are called as hands, hind limbs, legs. The hind limbs, they enable us to walk, isn't it? And they have the advantage of the upper limbs. The upper limbs are hands. Because of this, we are able to catch, carry things, pick any object. The position of the thumb and the opposite fingers. Now, for example, if you had no thumb, you are not able to hold anything properly. Now, because of the thumb, okay, the position of the thumb opposite the fingers, we are able to hold something, isn't it? We wouldn't be able to write. Because of the presence of the thumb, we are able to hold a pen and we are able to write. So, we are lucky enough that God has created us in such a way. Now in the next video children, I will tell you about the migration of animals.